All right, bro. So Gladiator 2, a movie that quite frankly should have came out a long time ago. It's getting a sequel, and of course we're starting off with a black guy because why not, right? It's modern day. So we have to, of course, we have to make freaking everybody. We always have to have a black guy in every trailer now. Everything has to be diversity. I can't freaking stand this trash. But, you know, I watched The Gladiator kind of on and off growing up, but I never truly actually watched it. And recently, I actually sat down to properly watch the movie. And at first I saw it, it came on, and I was like, whatever, like, okay, what, is this another one of those trashy films that's basically semi-woke, whatever. But then, man, when I watched The Gladiator, it reeled me in. Let's just face it. And I was sitting there, and I was half watching it at first, but then Joaquin Phoenix and his performance in the film, and Mark Russell and his performance in the film is so good. In the story, you know, remember when we used to get stories? Remember when we used to have narratives? Remember when the idea and the essence of a story was actually so meaningful, it pulled you in and you stayed there? Remember that? I guess whatever the Brits they call it get stuck in or whatever. Okay. I mean, you got stuck in the story though, for sure. And you didn't want to leave. You wanted to see it to its end. And that's what The Gladiator was for me. I watched it recently and I loved it. I was like, frick, this is a good movie, and frick, this is a good narrative, and frick, we're not getting this kind of stuff anymore these days. Storytelling is dead. It's not what it used to be. It pains me to think about it, to admit that that is the case, that is the fact. I mean, it's the same thing for gaming. It's the same thing for movies, television. Everything is lame and gay now, you know? And I just can't stand it. Oh, and feminist, of course. Jeez, most importantly, it's gynocentric freaking crap. Freaking pig trough, sloppy nonsense is all we're getting nowadays. I mean, we are not hiring the best, let's face it. But man, our storytelling used to be so good. And Last Samurai, I love that freaking film. Even though it's effectively about a race trader, let's face it. But man, it's a great film. It's a freaking good film. My word, I love so many older films. And then Tomb Raider, I remember nothing about it besides Angelina Jolie's freaking breasts, okay? Freaking love older films. They're just so much better. Man, we were going through, and Hellboy, man, that stuff was good. Some of the X-Men films, I barely remember them now, but they were good. Once Upon a Time, man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, frick, they were good. The Iron Man film, I think it was Iron Man 1 and 2 I liked, but Iron Man 1 was just freaking good. Then Captain America, that was great. Nowadays, and by the way, I loved, Man of Steel? Whichever one it was, right? Superman, Henry Cavill. I loved that film too. I think if I rewatch it today, I might criticize certain elements of it, but I liked it overall. And I loved the Batman films, even though there's some things that you can criticize there too. But overall, I loved them. And nowadays, and by the way, the prequels are better than the originals. Screw those freaking biatches. No, I love the originals and I love the prequels. Although we would not have Star Wars like we have today. Nobody would care about the crappy feminist sequels with Rey Skywalker. No one would care if it were not for the prequels. Star Wars is alive past its generation. It's alive today because of one reason, and that's the prequels. The only reason anyone ever cared about the sequels, anyone ever cared about the Old Republic, is because of the prequels. And I wish we could have gotten a proper old Knights of the Old Republic freaking movies, man. That would be so good. So freaking good. And I do wish that George Lucas got his next trilogy that was meant to be the sequels, because I'm sure that would have been good as well. But here we are. We're going through the worst timeline where the most qualified people, they're not being hired. We're not getting the best stories, but we used to have so many great films. We used to have so many great video games. These gritty, down-to-earth, raw, human stories. where things were done as necessary. A story was as gritty and as dark as necessary, and a story was always crafted to tell you something. Nowadays, storytelling means nothing. And this is something I said recently, and this is a realization I had. And you know these things, but then when you word it, you phrase it a certain way. Something I realized about wokeness. It's crazy to think about it, but it's like I realized that what characterizes wokeness is many things, but something that is titular, a focal point of wokeness, is that wokeness is a misnomer. And that's why whenever a woke story, it tries to be deep, it tries to be riveting, it tries to be anything that is meaningful or has this impetus, right? It has this kind of heavy, what's the right word for it? I forget right now on the spot what it is. I'm gaslighting myself. This is what I do. But anyways, right? This, gravitas. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, man, frick. Whenever a woke story is trying to have gravitas and impetus, and it's trying to have momentum and a narrative that speaks to your soul, and that's what storytelling used to do, and that's what the original Gladiator, that's what it did. But whenever a woke story tries to do any of these things, wokeness is inherently subversive. Inherently, it contorts. Inherently, it deconstructs. It perverts. That is what wokeness is. And this is why, of course, we understand wokeness as what? It is a misnomer. And that is why a meaningful story can never be crafted from wokeness, because it deconstructs, it destroys, it tears apart anything that gives you all the reason to go see a film, to go pick up a video game and play it, and you're holding out to see the story. Man, right now I'm playing through Jedi Survivor. The game's great. I like the game, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's good all around. I enjoy the flow of the gameplay. But guess what? It's woke. And everything about it that could make a meaningful narrative falls apart every second. All the dialogue means nothing. It doesn't matter. It's just dog water horse trash, and I hate it. And that's everything that we see with wokeness. Wokeness is an inherent misnomer, and that is why none of these films work, none of these games work, and none of these television shows work. They strip everything that has value, everything that has meaning, and you're left with nothing in the end product by the end. So let's go through this. I think this is going to be copyright. I'm not excited for it, but whatever. We're going to try to move around the copyright, so let's go. I'm sorry, it's super loud. They always make it super loud. Hold on. So that's the Gladiator? This guy looks like, frick, who is it? This guy looks like a white rapper. And bro, do we have to get Pedro Pascal? And I never liked this guy. Why is he in everything, bro? He is not Tom Cruise. For crying out loud, man. Jeez Louise, this is the modern day Tom Cruise, and this is not working, bro. Freaking Pedro, get him out. Enough. Freaking enough. And I'm sorry, it's still too loud. It's too much. All right, here we go.
I remember that day. I never forgot it.
Okay, so he's that guy?
A slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know.
Hold the frick up. Wasn't she supposed to be the hot chick in the previous film, right? But hold up. Oh man, and Troy was a good one. Remember when stories also used to be masculine? Remember that too, by the way? I mean, that's what Gladiator is. But remember Troy? That is a gruesome freaking film, by the way. But frick, is it good? It's freaking good. Brad Pitt does a great job. He's a good-looking guy that looks masculine. I mean, love of God. We don't get that anymore. But something that we don't see anymore these days. It looks like she has breast size, which thank God, we don't see a lot of breast size on any women nowadays. Oh, that was back then though, right? That was the old film.
Where were you born?
she was decently attractive. I'm not saying that she's my type. I mean, I'm down bad for, Dior Baird, Salma Hayek, Sofia Vergara, Jessica Alba, Megan Fox, those types of chicks. But I mean, she's attractive. I'm just saying that I'm being nitpicky here, okay? Screw my life.
Born? I don't know.
She's attractive, okay? Love it. What is wrong with me? The point is that none of the women that we're hiring today have any breast size, and they're barely attractive. Sorry, they're not attractive. Okay. I'm just seeing a woman that is effectively attractive for once, but that's from a film that's came out in the 2000s. I think it was 2001, right, or 2003. My gosh, so long.
Where were you
so
born?
long ago.
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that?
Of course, it's a white guy talking to a black guy. Of course, we're having to do this. Again, do you really not think this has anything to do with ESG and wokeness? Do you not think that they force black people into every single film because we have to fulfill freaking diversity? And I'm sick of this, man. Love of God, there's nothing wrong with a film just having all Asian people, all black. Remember when films had all black people? No one complained about that. But when a film has all white people, we have to get pissed off about that. I'm just so sick and tired of it. Please, love of God, just give us a film with only white people in it, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sick and tired of the fact that we cannot have racial homogeny for a film. Again, we used to have films with all black, all Asian, all white. Why can we not have this anymore? I just don't get it. And if you want to make a film like Rush Hour, then make it. But oh my God, it's just a forced diversity, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Again, we used to have so many great films. I just think of so many great films. Rush Hour, I remember enjoying the first one. And what was the other one? There was another. Listen, films used to be freaking good, okay? They used to be awesome. They're not anymore.
That crowd. The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in.
Man, does Pedro Pascal, does he look like he fits for the role? Does he really look like an emperor to you? Come on. No, nah. Wait, who is that? I don't think that's... Is that supposed to be Nero? Who is this guy? I forget. Is this Julius Caesar? No, it's... I don't know. I don't have a freaking clue. But anyways, Pedro does not work for me. And there's so many dudes that you can hire. There's tons of... Remember, frick. I mean, hire a guy like the guy that played Odin, right? In the first Thor movie from Marvel. I forget who the actor was, but I remember he did a good job, and he fits the role well.
This is what
Oh
they
my God.
believe in. Power.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
Bro, when Rome was going through the bad emperors, it must have been friggin' bad. Now, I don't know truly how bad it was. Well, I mean, there was this one emperor, just on the spot, I'm gonna share this, screw it. There's this one emperor, he literally made, right? Isn't it called the golden calf? I think is what it's called. And what it is, it's literally, a golden cow, a golden bull. Yeah, it was a golden bull, right? And what it is, you stuff someone inside of it, and oh my gosh, it's freaking brutal. You stuff a guy inside of it, and this emperor, he died by this, by the way, but he placed these dudes inside of it, his political enemies and whatnot, and he would torturously kill these guys. What happens, and I think he inserts them right through the rear. I think that's how it works. It has spikes inside of it. And then I believe you set the guy on fire inside of it, or something, you overheat the guy that's inside of it in some way. You burn him alive, effectively. It's either through, I think it's through steam, right? Because I think it's through the legs. They vent and funnel in a bunch of steam. So the guy that's inside, right, he's being stabbed by the freaking, because he's encased within it. It's like a, what's it called? It's like an iron coffin kind of thing, but it's a bull instead. And he gets forced in there, right? His head, I believe, is placed within where the bull head goes. So then when he's being steamed inside, burnt alive, and basically melted away by high pressure steam or whatever, I think it's when the guy starts yelling inside of the bull, that's when the steam comes out of the nostrils of the bull and the eyes light up because of the heat inside, I believe, as well. It's freaking torturous. And I heard about this months ago now, so all the information is light on me. But anyways, torturous way to go. Freaking A. And just thinking about what Rome was during its bad emperors, I mean, Emperor Nero and the stuff that he did, freaking A, man, it was bad. And reminds you of today.
Rome has so many subjects. She must feed them.
They can eat war.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Are you kidding me? That's a female gladiator. Oh my gosh, make it stop. Stop it. Stop. Do you really think that women have the muscular strength to freaking pull back on a freaking bow and arrow, by the way? With a bow and arrow? Do you really think? Oh my gosh. Listen, women are not Vikings, women are not pirates, women are not gladiators. Women are not shinobi, women are not ninjas, women are not samurai. These are male professions throughout history, and also dooms and fates as well. Okay? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. This is what I was talking about. Wokeness is a misnomer. I am so freaking sick and tired of this trash, bro. Golly.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Wow. Why do you think they keep on showing black guys everywhere? Gee, I wonder what that has to do with anything. Oh, maybe it has something to do with how we force in diversity into everything in modern day. Maybe something to do with that.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage.
Oh my gosh, grieving over a dead one. Just make it stop. It's not a fellow brothers in arms, which is what happened for 99.9999% of men all throughout history. No. Okay. All right.
Rage. That rage is your gift.
This is about survival! Survive! Hold together, and when it charges, break for the wall.
Whose head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much?
The general will do.
There we go. We have to have the freaking music. And by the way, as far as I understand, this is a like a hip hop or something. So some black person kind of music. Okay, just whatever black people music is supposed to be, because everything has to have black people music in it now. We can't have like proper music or like a proper track for the timepiece and the time period. We have to have black people stuff everywhere. I mean, love of God, Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? Literally a game about Japan and samurai. where they force in a black dude to be a freaking samurai, not a freaking Asian man to be a samurai. Okay. Oh, all right. It just retardation. We throw in freaking rap music into the trailer for that. I don't know what's going on. Can we just stop? Can we stop with Clown World, please? Oh my gosh. This is so annoying.
Must fall.
What is this song though? It sounds familiar to me.
You'd only give it a push.
Bro, I need to get past this copyright here, but I don't know how we're gonna do it. Should I just mute it? I have no idea. Alright, it's really quiet. Oh wait, they have the What? So what? The general who Pedro Pascal is playing as, I guess he fights the gladiators for some reason. I guess he gets betrayed by the those two dudes. Okay.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you.
Yeah, the previous guy.
That people are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
Oh my god. Again, we're like, this is what we're doing. It has to be a power freaking narrative, a power arc for a black man, right? Not just a white man. I don't know if this Paul guy, Paul Mescal, is a white guy. I can't tell. Anyway, whatever the frick he is, just whatever. Of course, we have to give a black man, though, right? We have to give him a power narrative, a power arc, a power whatever. What are we doing? And of course, the white men are the bad guys in the story. Again, I can't tell if the main characters are white. I'm being honest. I can't really tell, especially nowadays. What are we doing, man? But okay, so we have to, of course, we have to give my brothers some freaking, we have to cast them a stone here so that they can, oh look, I can look to Denzel Washington. Wow, black men getting power in Rome. That's so empowering for me and my people. And oh my gosh, do we have black Roman senators? Stop it. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Where is it? Show it to me. Where the frick is it? Oh my god, please. All right, can we? All right, do I press K? Is that how this works? OMG, there's a black senator. And wait, do we have female senators too? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Is this Rome or what? What is this? What are we doing? Oh my god. Dude, I'm so sick and tired of Clown World. I'm done with this.
Now I will control an empire.
Yeah, what black man is leading an army for Rome or something like that? You know, I think these guys have a proper kind of look. I hope they have a good acting ability because freaking Joaquin Phoenix did such a great job in the previous film. Am I gonna watch this? No, I'm not. No. I'm so done with wokeness. What does he say? I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity. Yeah, I get that. Wait. Is that chick hot? Or is that like his previous wifey? Let's see. She looks like there's no way of telling. There's no way. We're not gonna know. We're not gonna know how hot this chick is. She better be hot or else freaking wokeness. Screw you. So they fight each other. Wait, is that the same woman? So what, she's older now, of course, since the previous film. Oh my gosh. She is definitely older. Let's see. Oh wow, yeah, she is definitely Definitely older than the previous film, I'll tell you that. Love of God. Okay, he kind of, yeah, he plays the role of a piece of trash. Okay. Man, but he's supposed to play, you know, it's kind of like Rise, Son of Rome. That's the proper title of the game. It's kind of like, I think it was Nero in that game that you fight and kill, but I think he also has two sons. Oh, so is that who these guys are? Are these the sons of Nero? Is that who they are? Yeah, I think they were pieces of trash, right? As I remember, I forget who the frick they are, but whatever. Yeah, are they playing the role well? Yeah. Who was Joaquin Phoenix in the previous movie? I forget, but man, that was such a good, because he wasn't necessarily crazy. He was just like he was playing to the crowd, and he was taking advantage and kind of manipulating the Colosseum to his will, right? He was kind of cheating the game in the best ways that he could without the crowd noticing. So he wasn't like a piece of trash. He was an elusive, kind of satanic or Luciferian character, not like a crazy, I don't think Loki is the right kind of archetype here. I mean, what's the proper adjacent archetype for these guys, right? The kind of crazy, unruly son of an emperor or king kind of archetype. I forget what it is, but, you know, some kind of piece of trash, unruly child as a king. That's not what Joaquin Phoenix necessarily played, because he was a lot more political in the previous one. He did have an ego that was shattered around towards the end of the film. And that was the whole deal for him, is that, right, he has this whole allure, his significance, his power is how he's able to manipulate the crowd and manipulate the game. Again, he's a more Luciferian character, not this. This is kind of, right, an unruly child character archetype. But of course, by the way, Joaquin Phoenix and his character, he did have like a fragile ego, right? Because all he knows how to play is a cheated game. So the second that he has to play a legitimate game, which is what happens by the end of the film, once he has to play a legitimate game, that's where he falls apart as a character. And that's where his kind of like the chink of his armor, that's where it's at, is the fact that for Joaquin Phoenix's character, again, I forget the name, but for his character, the chink in his armor is the fact that the way that he can manipulate a game cannot no longer be manipulated. And that's what breaks his ego in the end. But here we're seeing, obviously, we're seeing a different type of archetype for these characters. This is an unruly kind of like, maybe mania or like psychopathy. Maybe it's a deeper psychopathy kind of character that we're seeing out of these guys. I think, are these the sons of Nero? I don't know. For the love of God. Does the combat look good? Maybe. Oh, dang. And I guess he goes Anakin Skywalker on the guy. So clearly they're trying to go racial politics with this. Love of God, wokeness, ESG, the whole freaking thing, of course. But, you know, does it look okay? Yeah. Did it need a sequel? No. Will it maybe be good? Maybe? It might be entertaining. I don't know. Do I want to see it? No. Do I want to watch it and like actually go to a theater for this? No. Again, I miss what storytelling used to be, and I'm just not feeling it. You know, for so many films nowadays, I don't want to see them. I'm not interested about anything coming out. But anyway, man, I think we've kind of shared enough of my thoughts. I think I've been pretty clear about what I think, and we'll see. I'm kind of lost for words, but I think the alteration to the Emperor archetype that we're going with here for this film, maybe it'll be good, or maybe it'll be kind of laughable. We don't know what the execution's going to look like just yet. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm hoping it'll be good. But let's face it, I'm not watching this.